We have an auto key card case update. Let's talk about it. What's up, Wolverines? Hope you had a great Father's Day. Today we're going to be talking about the auto key card case, and there is a father behind bars on a trumped up charge, and that would be Matthew Hoover, better known as CRS Firearms. Him and Christopher Justin Irvin, goes by Justin, were convicted of transferring machine guns, also conspiracy, and Justin was also convicted of structuring transactions. But even if the jury convicts them, they can still be acquitted by the judge. So there was a motion for acquittal filed, and the government has responded. So we're going to go over the government's arguments here, and we're going to talk about them. First, let's go ahead and look at the government assertion that the auto key card is a combination of parts. In Larassier's motion for acquittal, he argued that the auto key card is a single part and not a combination of parts. The government argued that it is two parts that is etched onto a single card, and therefore it is a combination of parts. So that is a huge sticking point, because if the judge finds that it is not a combination of parts, then she must acquit. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. But if the judge buys the state's argument that there are a combination of parts because there are two parts etched onto an auto key card, then that argument will fall on deaf ears. Then Laura Crawford Taylor claims that both Irvin and Hoover knew that they were transferring machine gun conversion devices. This is an evil trick that she uses because she takes a bunch of Matt's videos and plays them out of context. So she's trying to create a narrative while ignoring stuff that would put it into context, which would show that he never thought that he was transferring an actual machine gun conversion device. In Irvin's case, it even gets more ridiculous. Irvin put all NFA laws apply, meaning that if you do anything with this that is illegal, that is on you. And she cites that as proof that he knew that he was selling conversion devices. And then she says if the guys didn't know that it was illegal and they had any questions, they could have called the ATF and asked, which they did. Let me just remind you, they did do that, Laura Crawford Taylor. Why are you being so evil? Then there's the conspiracy charge, and this is where Laura Crawford Taylor's wickedness really shows. This is by far the weakest charge from the government, and I don't see anywhere where they would even think that there's conspiracy. So this is just another trumped up charge, probably more trumped up than the other ones. The evidence that the government gives for a conspiracy is that Matt and Justin talked, which is ridiculous, and that Justin paid Matt to advertise the auto key card and sent him payments, which is also ridiculous. That is what a sponsorship is. Someone sponsors you and they send you goods or money to advertise their product. That's not a conspiracy. That is how advertising works. And the government knows this, but they want to throw the book at these two guys. They're trying to set an example. And Laura Crawford Taylor is a vindictive prosecutor. Then there's the argument of vagueness of the law. And the defense argued that the law was vague. And Laura Crawford Taylor and the government states that it is not vague. And let me read you what they said. They said statuses are not automatically invalidated as vague simply because difficulty is found in determining whether a certain marginal offense falls within their language, which is just crazy. There's something called the rule of litany, and she's trying to get around that, I think. Overall, there's nothing shocking or earth-shattering in the opposition for the motion of acquittal. Hopefully, the judge sees through the prosecutor's thinly veiled attack on these two men and acquits both of them. We will see. The judge can do that anytime, but we will probably have to wait a little bit. In other news, the sentencing is supposed to be on July 31st. The government, Laura Crawford Taylor, has asked that to be extended by at least a month, which is ridiculous. She is going in for cancer treatment. And you got to remember, when Matt was having his cancer treatment, the government was not lenient and not forgiving about that. So I say, screw her. Delay your treatment or get someone else to show up at sentencing. You cannot expect these guys to sit in jail just because you need to have a procedure done. When Matt needed to have a procedure done, you were not willing to give it an inch. So hopefully these guys will not be willing to give an inch for you. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. So maybe you should have thought about that before you prosecuted this case and put a man in jail and separated him from his family. You have a family, you have kids. So why are you doing this to a father who hurt no one and committed no crime? There was no one hurt. No one made a machine gun, nothing. But yet you, and I'm talking directly to you because I know you watch my videos, did this. So for your cancer treatment, I hope everything goes well, but I hope that the judge says we're not delaying the sentencing. You had no care in the world when it came to the health of Matt Hoover, who also had cancer and have cancer. So guess what? I hope the judge says you either be there, you cancel your treatment, or you have someone else show up, because that is only fair. All right, guys, that is it. That is the end of the Autokey card saga for now. We'll be keeping you updated with new developments that happens. But right now, you are called up to date. There is a whole playlist of Autokey card stuff that you can go back and watch and get caught up on everything. All right, guys, I hope you had a great Father's Day. And remember, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight. I'm out of here. Wolverine's mother. Oh, I almost forgot. You can buy one of these awesome heads from blackswanprints.com. Blackswanprints.com. We have the Cobra Commander here. Actually, that's the Scorpion. The Cobra Commander here. We have the Scorpion. We have a brand new Punisher one. The Punisher one is awesome. It is printed in bronze PLA, and it is Frank Castle in the flesh. So go to blackswanprints.com and check it out, and you can help support the channel by doing that. That is my website or my shop. All right, guys, thanks.